The CTD is the workhorse of oceanographic research aboard the Oden. It measures conductivity, temperature, and depth as the scientists lower it to the sea floor. Here is Christian Noor, an oceanographer from Gothenburg University in Sweden, as he points to one of the sensors on the CTD. The CTD also carries a rosette of spring-loaded bottles that the scientists can use to sample water from any depth. Here Christian points to the triggers that close the bottles. To launch the CTD over the side of the ship takes an experienced and skilled crew and a rather large crane to lift the hundreds of pounds of weight. Sometimes there's too much ice in front of the Oden to launch or to retrieve the CTD, so the captain activates a water pump that pushes thousands of gallons of water away from the ship and pushes the ice away. Here comes the CTD up from one of its many trips to the bottom of the sea. Once the CTD is safely back on board, it's brought into the lab so that the water can be sampled.
We're going to take water from about 4,000 meters down. It's the deepest depth we have here.
This is Chris Swenson from Columbia University.
Our sample.
Dr. Ellery Engel from Georgia Tech uses a pump to draw off larger samples of water from the CTD. Dr. Xiaojun Wan from Columbia University helped me with a special project. We mounted my underwater video camera using a pole developed by Liverpool High School students onto the top of the CTD, and then we sent it over the side. The camera was mounted so that you could see 1/3 of the 24 bottles aboard the CTD. Notice the 8 open bottles on top. However, once under the waves, the water distorted the angle of light, and instead of 8 bottles, you could only see 6. For this special test of the video camera, we only lowered the CTD about 10 meters over the side, but it gave us a chance to see the bottles in action. The scientists on the ship could send a signal to the CTD and close each bottle on command. Then it was time to bring our inner space probe from the depths back up to the surface. The CTD always reminds me of a space probe. It can go where people can't go, and it can bring back the samples, and it can bring back the data. Those data and samples are used by physical oceanographers to understand the currents of the deep ocean and used by biologists to understand the nutrients in the water as well. This is Jeff Peneston, Polar Trek teacher of 2008 aboard the Swedish icebreaker Oden in Antarctica.